Welcome to another edition of Comet Algebra. This is the Algebra 2 section for 1.2, Order of Operations. In your summer packet, you'll see a review of the PEMDAS concept, where you do inside parentheses and brackets first, next is exponents, then you do all multiplying and dividing in the order you come to them from left to right. The last thing we do is add and subtract in the order we come to them from left to right. So my first example here, number 1, this multiplying is the first operation I would do. Save the adding for later. So if I take 1 plus 28 and then subtract 3, I would get 26. The next example, I need to take care of the exponents first, and this operation in the exponents would have to be done so I would know what power to take the 3 to. So this would become 3 to the third times 2 squared. 3 to the third is 27, then times 4, and that would be 108. This example, I need to do this division first and this multiplying second, and save the adding and subtracting for later. So that I'd have 4 plus 4 minus 3, which would give me 5. And then this last example, please don't think that you would do that multiplying first, because that's often what people see. They see this multiply and they want to do it right away. This division would be the first operation, because remember, multiplying and dividing are equal and you do them in the order that you come to them from left to right, just like we read in the English language. So I do have to do this 12 divided by 3 first, and I get 4. Then of course we do the multiplying to get 8 plus 1 is 9. Alright, now I think you have the information you need to do 1 to 12 on your summer packet. So this next part we're going to look at is evaluating. Evaluate, the root word is value, so it means to find the value. You're going to be given the numbers that the letters are representing, and you use the concept of substitution. Sometimes we say plug it in, put the numbers in for the letters, and find the answer. So where the x is, I put a 2. Where the y is, I put a -3. Go ahead and multiply. We'd have 6 plus 12 is 18. In this second example, again, plugging in the values for x and y, I'd have 2 times 2 to the third plus -3 to the third over 5. Taking care of the exponents first, 2 to the third is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. -3 to the third is -3 times itself 3 times, which is -27 over 5. So we need to change these to common denominators so we can add them. Obviously the common denominator will be 5, so I need to change this 16 over 1 to something over 5. So you recall you multiply top and bottom by 5, so this would be 80 fifths. And then if you add 80 fifths to the -27 fifths, you would end up with 53 fifths. Now in algebra, leave these as fractions. Once you change them to decimals and start rounding off, we're losing a lot of precision and accuracy. So we're just going to stay with the fractions and keep all the accuracy. And this last one, putting in the 2 for the x and the -3 for the y in both of these cases. So I have -3 squared. All right. So to take with you is -1. -1 squared is 1. And now I got to watch this subtract sign. Now let's do this parentheses. Negative 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. And 1 take away 13 is negative 12. So that's the review you need to complete 13 and 14 on the packet. And one more concept to look at. I'm just going to do one example here. When you're asked to solve a proportion, and yeah, I did put it in the directions there, to cross multiply. That is one method, and it's really nice when you can use it. And you can only use cross multiplication when you have one fraction equal to another. And the reason you can do this, if I need to review, you already know that 1/2 and 5/10 are the same thing. And something very powerful happens here. This and this, when I multiply, 1 times 10 is 10, 2 times 5 is 10. Their cross products are equal in equal fractions. So we grab that fact and we use it when it's very helpful to us. So we're going to use cross multiplication here. And you do need to take care of this negative sign. You have to assign it either to the 4 or the 5, and it does not matter wherever you use it. So there's really two ways to do this problem. You will still get the same answer. I guess I'm just going to choose to assign it to the negative 4. So now I'm going to take this negative 4, and I'm going to cross multiply times the x minus 6. Now be careful to put these binomials in parentheses, otherwise we may forget to distribute. Do not write negative 4x minus 6. No, no, no. This negative 4 has to be multiplied by both terms in the parentheses. So I have negative 4x plus 24 equals 5x plus 5. And now, using your solving skills, subtract a 5x from both sides and subtract a 24 from both sides. That would give me a negative 19. And then divide both sides by 9. So the answer would be 19/9. I can leave that improper, but I would reduce it if possible. So now you have the knowledge you need to finish 1.2 on your summer packet.